To you, that doesn't seem old. To me, it's an archaeological relic.
Going up. Fifth floor.
Another good one. Another good one from.
I'm too busy to speak right now.
Coming to you from the Jewel Green.
Dr. Ingram?
Do you need any help with the signal interceptor?
I mean the
Not
great
now.
green
You still have a
jewel
lot more to do.
of the Commonwealth.
Better get back to work.
Diamond City Radio. If you found out a family member was suffering from a addiction, I don't know, have an intervention, or I guess you could write a song about it.
Madison's
Remarkable
waiting
work,
to talk
Knight.
to you, and I'm
The
not
signal
throwing a
interceptor
switch until
appears to
he
be
gives us
complete.
the go-ahead.
Are you ready to put it to the test?
Absolutely. I'm ready to go.
Your confidence is an inspiration. That being said, this is the first. When we throw that switch, we don't know exactly what's gonna happen. God willing, you'll end up inside the Institute, and the mission can continue.
Nothing's gonna stop me when I'm so...
Eager to get inside, huh? Good. Now, I want you to listen very carefully. Once you've entered the Institute, we expect to lose contact. So it's imperative you remember everything I'm about to tell you. About 10 years ago, the Brotherhood began recruiting civilian scientists. During this process, we were able to obtain the services of Dr. Madison Lee, a noted mind in the field of
That's fortunate.
Yes, it was. Securing useful That said, after some time, she developed differences with the Brotherhood and exiled herself to the Commonwealth. We're fairly certain that her intent was to make contact with the Institute.
I'm surprised that the Brotherhood...
Had I been in command, I wouldn't have allowed it to happen. Your mission is simple. If you find out that she's still alive, make contact with her and convince her to return to the Brotherhood of Steel. There's a special project we're working on.
What's this project that...
Sorry, that information is classified. Listen to me, Knight. I'm well aware that you're risking your life going into the Institute. Just keep your mind on the... Good luck.
I've checked and rechecked everything. I think the signal...
Let's do this.
All right. Head up onto the platform. The device doesn't work from over there. You have to be on the platform.
Refrain from opening fire inside the Institute. It could jeopardize our entire mission.
Let's see. Relays dialed in. Beam emitters warmed up. Everything looks green. Let me start scanning for the signal. Cross your fingers. I'm inputting the code now. Wow, there's a heck of a lot of interference and ghosting. It's gonna take a minute or two to lock in. By the way, this little trip you're taking is a heck of an opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute and what they're up to. I put a clever little program on this holotape that'll download anything it finds. If you place it in any terminal down there, it'll do the rest. Bring it back to me and I'll see if I can make sense of whatever it found. Well, well, looks like we have a winner. RF wave capture complete. Ramping the emitter. 60%, 80%. Emitter spiking but steady. All that's left is to throw the transmit switch. Transmitting in 3, 2, 1. Stay safe, soldier.
I wonder. But if you might make it here, you're quite resourceful. I'm known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator. I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean.
Who are you?
Sean. It's me.
Father, what's going on?
Uh-huh. Sean, are you okay? You're not hurt, are you?
What's going on? Father?
Uh-huh. Shh. It'll be okay.
I don't know you. Go away.
Who is Father?
Father? Father? Father, help me!
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. He's a prototype. Let's start.
I could kill you.
Yes. Yes, you could.
Mm-hmm. I'll make this very simple. Where is my son?
He's here, in the Institute. But I need you to realize that you have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find you. It's good to finally meet you, after all this time. It's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
How is that even possible?
I know this is a lot in the vault. You had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years... Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10? And here I am.
They stole you.
Right, wrong, irrelevant. It was necessary. The Institute believed humanity's future depended on it. At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of...
I think I see where this...
Then perhaps you already... The Institute endeavored. Plenty of that was even in their attempt. But then, I was exact. I am the...
Sean,
It really... I know you...
Your mother.
Yes. I've gone over the records of the incident, of course.
Collateral damage? Is that all she was to you?
What would you have me say? The world is a dangerous place.
Collateral damage?
I forget that it's been such. I don't have any direct... Has it always been easy? Of course not. But I've done my best to move on and live my life. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And that. But...
Sure.
What else can I...
I think I've heard enough.
Very well. The Institute is on the verge of some... I've been a part, and now...
Yes, that's what
I know. Forgive... There is...
I'll do whatever it takes.
I am... The Institute... You... And...
Almost done.
Hi, Doc.
Tighten up
They
this
weren't kidding.
primary drive
You
servo.
really are here. All right.
Sure.
When Father told us, if you don't mind...
I wanted to kill the son of a bitch.
Kellogg always was a cold bastard. If you ask me, we're better off now. I'll give you a quick rundown of as you might guess.
Right.
We maintain and upgrade. There's a lot of machinery. The work we do might not be as exciting as some of the other departments, but it's at least so.
Absolutely.
Oh, good to hear. Take your time. If there's anything else you'd like to...
I'm good for now.
Goodbye, then. That's the third primary drive breakdown.
You had time to examine my latest reports on batch 274? Not yet. I've been reviewing Father's plans to expand our operations at Warwick. He's eager to get that going, so I've had to put everything else to one side.
I wonder how the Warwick family is doing. Young Wally must be close to 10 years old by now. It's remarkable that any child can survive for so long up there, don't you think?
I try not to think too much about it. We have more than enough to occupy ourselves here. And those people are the...
Hey, Doc.
They're still
Welcome.
people, and they're
So good to have you here. Dr. Clayton Holt, I can't wait for you to see...
After all,
I look forward to learning more about it.
In that case, let me give, as the name implies, our most important. To that end, we've even started... You probably saw the...
Seems like there's nothing you guys can't do.
With hard work, I'm...
I'm not sure how well I'll fit in.
Great. In any case,
You mentioned medical care.
In that, he's a doctor.
Please resist any urge you might feel to eat the specimens in the hydroponic garden.
Doc.
Yes, yes, I'm sure that whatever you have to say is very interesting, but now simply isn't a good time.
Sorry to bother you then.
Goodbye.
True Food Supplement 77 has been discontinued?
That is correct.
That was my favorite one.
No visible.
Authorized personnel only. So Dr. Ayo thinks he can hide in his office, does he? Well, you can tell him that I intend to speak to Father about these unannounced security sweeps of yours. Ransacking my quarters in the middle of the night is totally unacceptable.
I'll pass along your message, Doctor.
See that you do.
Welcome to the Institute, sir.
Doctor.
Welcome. Welcome. It is so good to meet you. I truly hope you'll come to think...
It'll take some time, but
I'm so glad to hear you say so. And promise I'll work hard to make sure that you do. You should know that many of us consider it a great honor to have you.
Greetings, sir.
You're here. Glad you made it.
To knock some heads together.
Pardon me,
What
sir.
now? We're all looking forward to working.
Package upgrades I asked for. Maybe I should take some courses.
excuse me, Doctor.
Please
So,
don't.
The Commonwealth. It's
There's enough
here you
friction
are.
as it is between us.
Uh-huh.
I'll be upfront with you.
Uh-huh.
Despite your relation, I'm sure you understand.
Why? Don't you trust
I'll be honest. You're an outsider. The first outsider to be allowed access to the Institute in quite a long time, in fact. There's little precedent for that. It's nothing personal. Now, Father is our primary response.
I'm sure it's best for everyone if the synths remain here.
Certainly. We can't allow sophisticated... The results could be disastrous. Our main coursers, they are highly... But I gather you know. In fact...
Sure. I'm no stranger to combat.
Even so, I suppose... Now, unless you...
I'd like to know more about...
Fine. Once we... In the...
All right.
Reporting status. All functions normal.
She's been at it for over 2 hours. What is she even testing?
Nothing. At this point, she's just doing it for fun.
Excuse me, Dr. Lee?
Oh, it's you. You're not authorized to be here.
Actually, I was looking for you.
Me? Why?
I've been sent by the Brotherhood of...
You don't beat around the bush. I knew it was just a matter of time before... I've been looking over my...
I'm only here with good intent.
You're giving me your word? Even... Since
Right.
I might not agree with every... Say what you came here to say.
Are you happy here?
You'd think, being surrounded by... Only problem is, what does that have to do with why we're talking?
The Brotherhood needs your help, Doctor.
Needs my help. Why? They seemed to have everything under control when I left.
The Brotherhood valued your presence, and we'd like you to come back.
Well, how sweet of them. Tell me something. Why would I possibly want to come crawling back to the Brotherhood? What reason would I have to...
The Institute is deceiving you.
So now you're just gonna hurl baseless accusations to get what you want? Come on, you can do better than that.
Father trusts me, and so...
He trusts you because you're family.
The Brotherhood has always been straight.
I am getting a bit tired of all this. Sometimes I feel like... But still...
Your work could be instrumental.
You really know. You know, I never... All those innocent... Yet we hide down here and insulate ourselves from everything and everyone. It's not right. It's not right. I'll make my way back to the Brotherhood. Tell whoever sent you that they... Now, I've been told to install it. You're to be given...
Thank you. I'm sure.
Given that the real... In case the significant... If nothing... Speak...
Rushed work is sloppy at best and deadly at worst.
I hope you and Father try to make up the time you lost. Family is important.
Here's your holotape, Proctor. Hope the data on that thing was worth it.
Thanks. You know, it's good to see you're still in one piece. I wasn't sure what the...
I wasn't worried. After all.
I have confidence in everything I build, too. But that's because I'll only deal with technology that... Speaking of technology, I don't understand. I'm dying to find out what's...
Hopefully it'll reveal...
That would be the best case scenario. Before we jump, I'm sure the Institute... After that, well, in the meantime, good luck, Knight.
You know, no sense with it.
I received word that Dr. Lee is returning to us.
Uh-huh. I think she's confused right now.
No matter. Given the proper motivation, I'm certain as soon as Dr. Lee arrives, she's been under the Institute's... Now, thanks to the success of your reconnaissance efforts, it's time to advance our operations to the next phase. I want you to report to Proctor Ingram at the airport. She has a... Once again, Knight.
Proctor Ingram.
So, I bet you're eager to get your hands...
Uh-huh. Whatever it is, I'm sure it'll help us crush the Institute.
It will, but come on. It's this...
Right.
Unless you're blind as a bat, I'm sure you've noticed that we've been building a gantry for the target. Max and his help are looking for something that'll tip the balance when we go toe-to-toe with the Institute. Now, the Pridwin might be a big beast, but she's not built for fighting. That's where our new project comes in.
Now here's another, it's some news about things in the world that have happened that, I don't know, maybe you hadn't already heard about. It sounds like, from what I heard...
This storage bay full of parts is what's left of Liberty Prime. The Brotherhood used it in the Capital Wasteland as a weapon against the armed. It's the most advanced robot the Brotherhood has ever had at its disposal. Fortunately, Liberty Prime was destroyed in the line of duty.
Gunshots.
Spent the better part of the last few years piecing it back together. And if you think that was easy, try rebuilding a Protectron while you're blind.
This happened at about the same time that Henry Cook went,
In order to get Liberty Prime fully operational, we're going to need your help.
Maybe. It's unclear whether... I mean, no one knows if everyone involved died or not.
No problem. I'm sure this only looks worse than it actually is.
I wish I had your confidence, because this is not going to be easy. Now, the good news is that we've got most of Prime's parts fully assembled. The bad news is that the first problem...
There's gotta be a way to solve that.
I do all as much as... Luckily, she was on... I've already spoken. If you could get her down...
Proctor Ingram?
Head up to the Pridwin and tell Dr. Lee we need her. Help.
Hey.
Awaiting your command.
Paladin Dance.
What's up?
Your thoughts?
Rebuilding Liberty Prime will ensure our victory over our...
Didn't have anything else.
Affirmative.
Hesitating to pull the trigger.
Attention. Tomorrow's tactical briefing has been postponed. A new time and date will be forthcoming.
Can't talk right now. Gotta clean the wireless.
If you're here to talk me into working on Liberty...
You promised you'd help us.
You're right, I did. But you neglected... I've been down this... Why would I make the same...
Because...
You know, if anyone else wearing a Brotherhood... But coming from you... Tell Proctor Ingram it's going to take a hell of...
Hey.
Ready.
Paladin Dance.
Would it be possible to speak off?
Absolutely. Go ahead.
Thank you. This is difficult for me to say, so I hope you'll bear with me as I try to get through it. When you were first placed under my sponsorship, I had some serious reservations about it. Despite all that, this has turned out to be a rewarding experience. For both of us. At this point, it's apparent...
I'm flattered to hear this, but I feel like there's...
There is. Let me start at the... I grew up when I was a bit... While I was there, when the Brotherhood...
I'm glad you had greater ambition.
Once I saw... Anyway, about a year, it took some convincing. It took on those wretched abominations. Had slaughtered the mutant bastards. Used their FEV to change him into one of their own kind. He wasn't Cutler anymore. I had to... It was my...
I can't believe you do that to him.
I didn't have a choice. Ever since... But I'd never considered any... It's a good feeling. I don't want to go through...
It would never be that way with me.
I'm sorry. I just thought you deserved it. If you feel that I've overstepped my... Whatever the case may be,
Liberating the Commonwealth is a huge responsibility.
Proctor Teagan.
Nice work bringing Dr. Lee back into the fold. Now, there's something you need? Is this going to take much longer?
Set me up.
Sure, I've got...
Building something?
Looking to pick a fight?
Tipped a Brahmin with a vertibird. Now that's a challenge.
Proctor.
Wow, things are off to a good start. Isn't that right, Doctor?
I hope so. Prime suffered some significant damage to his memory core.
Right.
The good news is that if your people...
Charming, isn't she?
Sorry about that, Ingrid.
Don't worry about it. We might... Besides, Doctor, we're working with one of Prime. In fact, since things...
Sure. Anything you need.
That's what I love about you. You're ready to leap into action, and I bet you don't have the faintest idea. The actuators are what allows Liberty Prime's arms and legs to move. Prime's new limbs are way too heavy for the simple hydraulic pistons he had in the past. We're gonna have to rip those out, construct a brand new system using electromagnets, and install them in his limbs. What we need you to do is build the actuators for us.
Now that you know what the actuators are, you need to know how to make them. These are the plans and the materials.
Now, before you get that look on your face, the only thing we need you to head out and find is a high-powered magnet. According to Proctor Quinlan, the best place to find one is in any of the ruined hospitals around the Commonwealth. We've already sent out a few teams to find the rest of the high-powered magnets you'll need. They should be back by the time you return.
Once you start building the actuators, we need one for each limb, so you'll need to make a total of 4. Good luck.
So, this thing I heard about, I'm not even really sure what to say.
I want to be left alone.
You watch your step. Got my eye on.
There are stories about contraption that's being
Stop
built
by Fallon's basement.
out there in the Commonwealth.
Open during the day.
No one that's mentioned it, they don't know what it does. Not for sure. This next part, well, I mean, it's just people talking. You know, it doesn't make it true. Not necessarily. But it's been said, well, it has something to do with the Institute. Trying to blow it up.
Probably not.
Disappear.
Some guy came into town, said he picked up a weird distress call and changed his room.
Details. If I were you, and I saw this thing,
You again. All right,
you know,
got one.
Let's see what you have.
Everything you need.
Louis Jordan is up next. It's spelled Lewis, but don't be fooled. This is one I can relate to, because I don't like talking to people.
Proctor Ingram.
That's all 4 actuators. Delivered and done. Nice work.
Right on schedule. I've completed the restoration of... In fact...
Well, which brings me to your next... It won't be long, but without them, his...
Shouldn't be a problem.
I wish the Commonwealth was amazing. But since we arrived, our scouting teams haven't located a single bomb.
That's going to be a problem. Without a fully loaded nuke pack, Prime won't have the firepower to take on the Institute.
She's right.
Of course. But Proctor Quinn, we're fair to catch.
I'll head out there immediately.
Good. Because Scribe Halen. I suggest you, hopefully, by the time you've returned. Good luck, Knight.
Nice job with those defenses. I've got nothing else I need right now. I think Preston needs the cat, though.
Feeling creative today?
see you again, Knight. You've come along.
Uh-huh. Thanks, Halen. I assume...
We've thanks.
Uh-huh. That's not surprising.
Anyway, I've had... When you find the...
Doesn't sound too difficult.
Oh, no. Look, if you don't, good luck.
When I get off duty, that Salisbury steak is mine.
You're listening to,